Hi everyone, it's Knife522 here. Just playing some live chess here. I'm on my own today, and we are playing someone 1172 from France. Okay, so let's go for Queen's counter Gambit structure. I did figure out that the Queen's counter Gambit wasn't actually a real defense, but I did make it up, which is probably a good thing actually. Because it makes me look cool. Okay, so this is quite a cool structure. If he ever takes, we can just play e6, have a solid structure, but we want to get bishop into f5, and then go a knight into f6, e6, and then sort of, just get castled and have a nice game. So he's played c3. Was he afraid that we were going to take? Okay, so now, he's gone to play bishop d3. So he ended up trading off his dark square bishops. So now we are, light square bishops. So now we are in this kind of game, and he's pinned the knight with the queen. I've never seen that before. But we can't play queen c7. Let's play queen d7. And then actually, okay, he's played his knight in now. Knight takes, queen takes, knight takes. So we're in a queenless position already, guys. So everything's still looking pretty good in this position, actually. He does have a very strong bishop. We might want to trade that off at some point. But for now, let's just play bishop e7 and get castled as soon as possible. We still both got quite a lot of time. Our opponent's from France, as I've mentioned before. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it looks like a nice guy, judging from the picture. Right. I'm tempted to push ahead with c5 and just move that knight off to a bad square. But actually, c4 was a very good place for our knight. Maybe queenside expansion, actually. Should we go queenside expansion? So queenside expansion, as we're in an endgame, just queenside expansion, really. Just get these pawns as far up the board, because as you probably know, I should say actually, once you get a pawn to the end, then you get a new queen. So actually, yeah, let's just solid everything up here. I'm happy to trade off pieces because we are up one piece. We are up a knight, which is good because we're closing down the position. So yes, as I said, I'm happy to trade off pieces. I'm perfectly happy to do that. So now let's play. I'm tempted to play a5. Just go ahead with a5 immediately. Is he going to play bishop c7? Bishop c7, rook d7, rook d6. If he does play bishop c7, we can just play... Why haven't we castled yet? Okay, let's castle after this move. Because we really do need to do that. Okay, he exchanged the knight. I thought that he wouldn't want to exchange pieces in this endgame. There's no open files currently. All the pawns are still here, but that is about to change. I've got an isolated pawn now. Our bishop is on a bad square. This is a bad bishop. We're not making any good use of it now. And now, ooh, that is a bad way to defend our pawn, actually. Okay, so we need to stay focused because we can play for the win here because we're up a minor piece. And that's good because we're black and our opponent is rated fairly high. Okay, so he's planning to play b4. No, but b4 doesn't work for him. Okay, so let's go ahead and play bishop c7 now. b4 doesn't work. Does it not? Oh, it might work, but it gets rid of our isolated pawn. Which is weird for him, I just thought. But we do have an open file now. We want to get our rook onto the B file. Okay. Oh, wait, that's mate, isn't it? That's checkmate. So yeah, that was checkmate there. Of course, this last move he did play was h3, just to defend the back rank mates, but he didn't see that our bishop was protecting that. Let's just go through that game quickly because it was a quick game. We were a whole minute down on the clock actually, or 50 seconds. Mate in 24. So knight f3, I don't like this, it's a bit more passive. I used to play this with the knight f3 move first, but then there were some variations which I didn't like this one. I can't flip the board open, but I just think that gives black a very aggressive counterplay, definitely. And we almost get into a sort of French structure, but a very passive French structure for him. Not with, this pawn should be on e5 and not really on e3. So I do think the black has an advantage in this opening. Bishop d3 was a good move, trading off our strong bishop, and his queen has some active play. Also, knight up to f6, just simple development move, quite obvious. Queen b5, I think another good move, one that I definitely didn't see, not one that I would consider, but queen d7 sorts out any problems. And now knight e5 is quite odd, because we do win a piece, taking back with a knight here. What he should have done is, he should have played knight e5, instead he probably should have played something better, like knight e7, but anyway, he did play knight d5, probably with the mistake that he's thinking, after king takes, then we take the knight. But no, I retook with my knights. Bishop e7. For some reason, I didn't castle for a bit, but I just decided to go with like a queenside expansion structure. I don't know why I was so happy to trade off the minor pieces, because that just led to defeat. a4, opening up the a file. That was quite good because it led to a sort of a risky defense with our bishop. He wasn't a bad player at all, really. It's just because he made this blunder after he opened up the b file for our rook. Obviously, he's probably going to have to play his. Well, I think pawn to f3 is the best move, honestly. Just, then if the rook ever does come down, just king to f3, centralizing the king and supporting the kingside pawn expansion. Trying to get a promotion. But unfortunately, h3 leads to rook b1 mate. But yeah, it was a pretty good game. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I've been KnightFighter22. I wish you good luck with your chess, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, guys.